Not a Taylor Swift concert. Not a Super Bowl. A tennis match. Every seat. Every VIP package. Every general admission pass. Gone in 60 minutes. And the player who did that? Ranked 29th in the world. No Grand Slam title. 20 years old. The WTA has no idea what just happened to them. But here's the part nobody's talking about. The same phenomenon that just broke the box office, it might also break Alex Eala. I'll show you exactly why in a moment. First, understand what a normal Miami Open ticket sale looks like. Steady traffic. Predictable demand. Fans buy grounds passes. They surge for a night session featuring the world number one. Early rounds for players outside the top 5. You don't crash ticketing platforms. You don't trigger a digital stampede. You sell tickets. But when the 2026 Miami Open schedule dropped, showing Alex Eala as the 31st seed, the platform didn't see a ticket sale. It saw a concert. Tens of thousands of requests hitting simultaneously. Secondary market prices immediately jumping 400 to 500%. Sports economists use one word for demand like this. Titan. Asterisk as in, the last time the industry saw box office mobilization at this speed, the names attached were Serena, Federer, Nadal. Now add Alex Eala to that sentence. She is 20 years old. Career high ranking of 29. Just broke into the WTA top 30. 0 senior Grand Slam trophies. And her ability to draw has surpassed nearly every active player on tour. Miami Open executives are currently in closed-door emergency meetings about court reassignments. Security logistics. Foot traffic management. For a 29th seed. Because somewhere between last year and this year, Alex Eala stopped being a player the sport was watching. She became something the sport cannot contain. But here's what makes this story genuinely dangerous for her. We need to talk about the ghost of 2025. Because everything happening right now, the sellouts, the motorcades, the Nike banners, all of it traces back to one impossible week on these exact same courts. 12 months ago, Alex Eala walked into the Miami Open ranked 140th in the world. Wild card entry. No expectations. Nothing to protect. What happened next was the most extraordinary Cinderella run in women's tennis in a decade. She didn't just survive. She dismantled people. Ostapenko, 2017 French Open champion, one of the most ferocious baseliners alive. Gone. Madison Keys, American powerhouse. Gone. Then the match that changed everything. Quarterfinals. Iga Świątek. World number 2. 5-time Grand Slam champion. One of the most dominant players this generation has produced. Eala won 6-2, 7-5. Not a close escape. Tactical masterclass. The crowd didn't build slowly after that. It erupted. People drove across state lines. Word traveled. A nation that had been waiting for someone to believe in finally had their player. She lost in the semis to Pegula, ranked 140th when she arrived. Left ranked 75th. And the Philippines never looked away again. So why is that history dangerous right now? 2 words. Ranking points. Here's something most casual fans completely miss about professional tennis, and it's the ruthless mathematical reality that's currently breathing down Alex Eala's neck. Points don't stack forever. The WTA uses a rolling 52-week system. Your ranking is built on your best 18 results over the last year. And exactly 52 weeks ago, Alex Eala earned 390 points for her Miami semi-final run. The moment this tournament begins, those 390 points disappear from her total. Right now she sits at 1,525 points. Career high. World number 29. Subtract those 390. She drops to roughly number 49 in real-time live rankings. 20 spots. Just like that. This is the double-edged sword nobody warned her about. You climb the mountain. You earn the points. You get the ranking. And then exactly 1 year later, unless you climb it again, the ground collapses underneath you. Lose early in Miami. She doesn't just fall out of the top 30. She could fall out of the top 50. That affects her seeding at the French Open. Her direct entry into elite events. The entire trajectory of her 2026 season, crumbling from one early exit at the tournament where she built everything. The stakes aren't just high. They're existential. But here's the cruel twist. She has to walk into those stakes in front of a sold-out crowd that expects magic. Last year she had nothing to lose. Nobody had a scouting report on her. Nobody had spent 12 months dissecting her game. This year, every coach on tour has watched that Świątek match 100 times. They've mapped her patterns, identified her vulnerabilities, built tactical responses to her left-handed angles and her aggressive early ball striking. The element of surprise, the single biggest weapon she carried into 2025 Miami, is gone. She is no longer the hunter. She's the target. So how does she protect those points? She has one structural advantage going in. First round bye. As a seeded player, she advances automatically to round 2. That's 10 points guaranteed. And critically, rest and preparation time while other players grind through early rounds in South Florida heat. Her likely second-round opponent is either 20-year-old Croatian Petra Marcinko, raw aggression, nothing to lose, or 38-year-old German veteran Laura Siegemund, who plays sliced variation and net pressure specifically designed to disrupt rhythm-based players. Neither is easy. But Eala is the favorite. Win that match and the live ranking picture starts stabilizing. Then comes round 3. And this is where the tournament's entire storyline converges into one match. Iga Świątek. Second seed. World number 2. The rematch. Świątek has not forgotten 2025. You don't forget losing 6-2, 7-5 to a wildcard ranked 140th. That result changed how her entire coaching staff prepares for left-handed opponents. She arrives in Miami having already lost in the Indian Wells quarterfinals, an exit that exposed real vulnerability when opponents systematically disrupt her rhythm. She is fatigued. She is carrying a recent loss. And she knows the biggest story in this tournament isn't her. Meanwhile, Eala comes in rested. First round bye, extra preparation, every practice session drilling the exact patterns that dismantled Świątek 12 months ago. If those two meet in round 3, the WTA's broadcast team is reportedly preparing for viewership numbers that could rival the final. So here's where we are. 60-minute sellout. Government motorcade. Nike banner. Sampaguita kit. Loudest fan base in the draw. And underneath all of it, a 20-year-old carrying 390 points she absolutely cannot afford to drop, facing a gauntlet that includes the same world number 2 who's been plotting revenge for an entire year. The box office already declared her a phenomenon. The bracket is about to ask a different question entirely. Not whether she can fill a stadium. Whether she can perform in one. Last year she walked in with nothing to protect and shocked the world. This year she walks in with everything to protect. And a sold-out crowd that expects her to do it again. The pressure. The target on her back. The ranking cliff waiting if she stumbles early. This is the test that separates players who have a moment, from players who build a career. Hard Rock Stadium is sold out. The Pinalo army is already there. Eala has 60 minutes of box office history behind her, and 2 weeks of brutal tennis ahead. We're about to find out who she really is. Subscribe and drop your prediction below. Because when that Świątek rematch happens, you want to already be here.